Everyone, it's Robert Fischer with the RJF team with Keller Williams Realty. Today I want to talk about instant cash offers and what those are, or sell now options. I think a lot of people have questions on those and what those look like, and they don't really know who to ask. So we'll go through what they are, how they work, and kind of what you need to look out for in the midst of everything. And so, just so you know, like we walk people through, and there are many different options. So there's the instant cash offers, there's the sell now option, there's the guaranteed home sell, there's the buy before you sell, there's the sell now and lease back for a year or two option, or even a couple months. There's the low stress selling. There's the COVID friendly selling. There's the highest net sell, and then there's your kind of conventional sell as well. So there's all these different options that are out there on what you can do, and just know that we can. Our job is to talk you through all of those, and so we're here to help no matter what it is. We're also connected with a lot of institutions and a lot of local investors as well, and so a lot of times they'll come to some of our listings, and any of those people who need an instant offer or whatever, they'll give that, so you can see what that looks like, and then we know who comes in friendly, who comes in and negotiates more, and what that looks like, and again, our job is to help you see kind of what's best for you. We make recommendations, you make decisions, and we'll make sure that we show you all that. In general, um, I would say this is the sell now option. The instant cash offers are probably good for about 3 to 5% of the people out there. 95% of the people, once they see everything, they realize that there's probably a better way to do this. But on the other side, there is 3 to 5% of the people that say, "Hey, I need a cash offer. I need to close in 7 days. I want to lease back. I don't want to lease back." There are those that just need that solution, and for that, we can talk you through this. And I love it because I'm very passionate about making sure everyone sees all of their options. So, and then I even have this awesome sheet that I kind of go through as well, that I show people that I can go through for each priced home and say, this is what your highest net sale would look like versus what an instant cash offer, so people can make the best decision. So when I look at these, look at the instant cash offers, just to make it very general, there are two types. There are instant offers for houses in good condition, and there are instant offers for houses that are not as good a condition. And that matters because the investor has a different expectation on what their outcome should be. Thus, it's going to have a different outcome on what the seller is going to get as well. So these are like low conservative numbers. So look at it this way. In general, if the house is in good condition and someone can flip it very quickly, the seller is going to, at a bare minimum, want at least a $12,000 return up to a $25,000 return, if that makes sense. And when you think about their numbers, it's like, well, maybe that's not that big of a deal. It is, though, because actually, that in order for them to do that, the seller is probably going to net somewhere between $20,000 to $50,000 less than what they would on the open market. And those are just general numbers based on like average sales prices and what that looks like, and the numbers that we've seen our sellers bring in and say, this is what someone is offering us. What do you think about this? And when you break down all the fees and everything else involved, that's what it looks like. And again, there are some people where that makes sense for them, but a lot of people realize that that might be too much, and that can be multiplied when we're in a seller's market right now. Think about that in Central Texas. Many houses are getting multiple offers and even going above the list price, meaning that gap is going to get bigger and bigger on what the instant offer is willing to get versus what the seller could get on the open market. Option number two, if the house is in not good condition, the investors are assuming that they're going to at least get a $20,000 to $45,000 return at the end of it, which means that's going to be anywhere from a $30,000 to $80,000 net loss to the seller. But that just means that they have more work and they have more headaches, they have a little bit more risk, there's more time involved, more holding cost, and so there's a reason why that is. So it is going to depend on what house that we're selling at that time and what that looks like. The other thing to know where there's some variances is, are you the biggest house in the neighborhood, or are you the smallest house in the neighborhood? The sweet spot for a lot of these, for the option one, for these investors, for these quick flips, are between that $100,000 and $500,000 price point. Homes on average size lots that are not too big. Once you get outside their comfort zone, their variance is larger, so their risk is larger, so they pass on a variance cost to you. So just know that. And we can go in, and what we do is we look at your house and we say, you're going to have a larger variance cost. They're going to look at this, and this is what that looks like. And then most of these people, as you know, they're doing it for a quick flip. and they want to be able to get their money back very fast. So if the return's a little bit lower, they can multiply that over time. That's good for them, and that's why we have investors coming to us, raising their hand and say, "Hey, we do want to do this." Some are holding a little bit longer. And those are the ones that people are selling and then leasing back their property for 60 days to 2 years. We've seen some very interesting things for different circumstances that people have as well. Some things to look out for. So just know this too. So a lot of these times, if you're getting an online one or something in the mail or a random phone call or whatever, people are making offers not seeing your house. And there are two times that they generally try to negotiate. So they'll give you an offer to get in the house. Once they get there, they might say, "Well, yeah, we did think that your house was worth this, but now that we see this, we think it's worth this." Right? That happens a lot, is what I've heard from our clients of what they've seen, and then they go through an inspection phase. And generally, they'll push their inspection. Not all of them. Again, this is just when you're things to watch out for. They'll push their inspection phase back out to a place where people are starting to move, and then you start to move out. They do their inspection, and then they say, "Oh, I didn't know about this," and then they want another $10,000 or $15,000 off, and those are just big surprises at the end. These are the complaints, or people would come back to us and say, "Man, this is what we learned, and this is what to watch out for." Does not happen every time, but it has happened at certain times. And then they're only dealing directly with you versus a realtor in the field that would be helping you. So if you're working with a realtor while you're doing an instant offer, it gives you better odds of making sure that you're treated fairly, you're taken care of, because realtors are in the business every single day and they're talking to sellers about what these are and what these are not, and so they have a little bit more loss if they're telling the real estate community that, "Hey, we're doing things that are not so right." Because we have several of these investors that we work with that are doing it right for the 3 to 5% of people who enjoy or who need an instant cash offer, and close in 7 days. They'll do it right. You'll come in, it's the things that you expect, and they do what they say they're going to do, which is great. So it can be an option for that 3 to 5%. I do want to say that for sure. Um, and also, the other reason why having someone on your side while you're doing it is so important is because, think about it. This person's going to come in. They have one tool in their tool belt. They're going to say, "We want to buy your house and we want to flip it. We think this is the best option for you." So you have a buyer coming into your house and they say, "Your house is worth this. We're going to buy it for this. This is the best option for you because this is what we do." Versus what we like to do is we go into our clients and we say, "If you sell in the open market, this is what you get. If you sell instant cash offer, this is what you get. If you do a blended option of that, this is probably what you'll get." By the way, and then our heartbeat is, if you decide not to sell, we're the first ones to give you a high five, because our whole thing is we want to take care of our community, making sure everyone gets all the best advice that they can. And we feel like if we just take care of people, everything else will take care of itself. And that's our heartbeat. So just remember, that's our job, is to educate. If you have any questions on instant offers, you want an instant offer, let us know. You want to be an investor with our instant offers, let us know. If you want to see the difference between your highest net sale and an instant offer, or you want to see anything in terms of COVID options or what that looks like, there is a solution. So give us a call, let us know. We're always here to serve.